This is the Chakra knot, also known as the Trinity knot. And this, the Triskelion. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but the Trinity knot holds 3 different interlocking arches representing the sacred number of 3. It represents the sacred triad, like the sea, the sky, and the earth. It talks about the interconnectedness of life, the sacred cycles that are hidden in plain sight, but embody nature and life itself. And the 3 spirals of the sacred Triskelion represent motion and life and the interconnectedness between all of these cycles, the body, the mind, and the spirit. What is the similarities between these two? Both of them are Celtic symbols originating from Ireland that have been carved into stones, monuments, castles for hundreds of thousands of years. Some of these symbols, we don't know how they came about, some of them we do, and these are all something we're going to be exploring on my Ireland trip. And that is something I would like to invite you on. Yes, this is my one last video that I'm going to be talking about my upcoming Ireland trip, and I want to invite everyone really quick, go through all the details and talk to you about it. I also want to provide some updates about me, my channel, where things are headed, so I'll put that at the end, as well as invite you all to a free virtual retreat where we're going to be practicing our psychic abilities, using astral travel and anchoring techniques to really move our energy into Ireland, whether you're joining or not, and practice our psychic abilities. I do a free retreat every quarter on the Psychic Development Society that is open to everyone, but because the next retreat is the last one that we have before my upcoming group trip, I was like, let's theme it to Ireland, let's get ready to go. Even if you aren't sure you're coming, you can still get value out of this retreat. I invite you to join. I'll put all of the information down below, but it will be over Beltane on May 1st and May 2nd. So this August of 2026, August 10th through 15th, we are going to be traveling to Ireland. We've already got a group of people coming with us, and I am so excited. And this trip is part history, part connecting with the land, but also a lot about spirituality. Connecting to your spirituality, using your intuition, opening it up. It doesn't matter what skill level you are at. I'm welcoming of all ages, stages. But on this trip, I really just want to hold space for you to connect to Ireland in whatever way feels comfortable, but hopefully in a very spiritual way, because every single night we're going to be doing group circles to connect to the energy of the land and the places that we've visited throughout the day. I want to hold space and help guide you through meditations to connect to your ancestors or your spirit guides or the gods and goddesses of Celtic mythology. You know, it's one thing to practice virtually your psychic abilities, but there is a whole nother aspect and power behind getting in a group together, visiting sites, being in nature, slowing down, traveling, that really just helps you to open up, get grounded, and connect to your spirituality in ways that you can't always do when you're just meeting up for like another nightly meeting online. Now we also will have our own private tour guide. So not only will you have me there to facilitate the more spiritual aspect, but we also have like a local native that knows everything about Ireland that can help us deal with the logistics, but also teach us about the things that, you know, I don't know about as an American, of course. So not only will we be doing like walking tours of various cities in Ireland, but we'll also be tasting a Guinness. We will be visiting sacred castles and sites. Every morning we get to have breakfast with each other, and every night we're going to be closing out with some sort of circle or workshop that I will be leading, but you're also going to be opening up to spirit, slowing down, connecting with yourself. Really the goal that I would like for all of my travelers during this trip is to press the reset button, to get some time away, to get time with yourself, your inner voice, spirit, and really just see how this sacred land with centuries and centuries and centuries of history could really maybe open you up, activate something new, help you manifest and bring something into your life that you are ready to bring forth. Because we are also going to be there on a solar eclipse, and I'm so excited for this. We are definitely going to be doing a ritual on the solar eclipse. I'm going to bring you all glasses, and we're going to utilize that energy because guess what? The eclipse is going right over Ireland. Did not plan that, by the way. That was a very happy circumstance, and I feel like this trip is very fated because of it. I really don't want this trip to be a go, 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 stressful thing. And again, even if you are considering yourself a newbie or just interested in spirituality, maybe you have ancestry here and this all is totally new to you. Don't feel like I'm going to be throwing you into doing readings. I'm just creating the space for you to connect. But if you have partners that you want to bring along and they want to sit certain things out, they're always welcome to. If you want to just be here for the history part, you can be there for that as well. And really what I'm most excited for is meeting all of you in person. I've been on YouTube for a very long time and I only have this virtual interaction with some of you besides like those who I do readings with. And I really think that this trip could really cultivate some lifelong friends, and we're meeting ahead of time so it's not totally scary and new. So when we get there, we're all a little bit more comfortable, we've all met each other, and we're ready to just jump in and travel. And you're not going to get thrown into the deep end when you arrive because I've got tons of things ready to go for you right now. If you jump into the trip, everyone gets a copy of my basic psychic skills course for free. You also will have 2 virtual retreats ahead of time that kind of help you prepare for moving your energy over into Ireland. Again, that second one is coming up on Beltane. The first one, the replay is already available. But I'm also giving each one of my travelers an astrocartography reading, which is me basically looking at what your energy in Ireland at the time of the trip is and what's going to be activated for you so you can know ahead of time and work with that. So really quick overview of the itinerary. Day 1, we're arriving in Dublin and everyone is going to meet at our hotel and we're gonna have a big welcome dinner together and this is included. After dinner, I'm gonna have a little intro welcome workshop, give out a few little goodies as well, and then you're gonna just go ahead and rest for the evening, catch up. You can also come in a day earlier if you're worried about being a little jet lagged. That's something I'm gonna do. But day 2, we're gonna wake up and have breakfast together. All breakfasts are included. And then we're going on a Dublin walking tour. Now we also have accessibility options as well. If you ever need to sit something out, you totally can. We're gonna go walk around Dublin, listen to the history of Dublin. Side note, St. Patrick's Cathedral is there, the Book of Kells is there. Lots of cool old history and lore that we can dive into. You'll have a little bit of time after that to go eat lunch, to go explore on your own. There's gonna be a lot of downtime to explore on your own. Then we're heading over to the Guinness Storehouse, which I missed the last time that I was there, so I'm really excited for this. And we're gonna go have a drink, get to know each other. And then you have more time, pretty much the rest of the day on day 2, to go explore Dublin. There's so many things to do and see in Dublin. Lots of like Harry Potter related things. If you are a big movie fan, you can even hop in a taxi, go check out some local castles, or just hang out around the hotel. That night and every night we're gonna have a Celtic activation circle where I just bring us in for a short little circle, help us connect, get to know each other, get to know our psychic abilities, lead us through some sort of meditation, whether it's ancestry, eclipse energy, or psychic ability, awakening energy. Day 3, waking up, having breakfast again, and then we're driving over to the Rock of Cashel, which is one of the bigger castles in Ireland. This castle, there's a rock that they encourage locals to kiss, but you never want to kiss it because a lot of the natives pee on said rock. So I will make sure nobody touches their lips to that rock. And then we're back in our bus, which all of our transportation is private and covered. And we're headed to Killarney, which is another city. And day 3 is our solar eclipse day. So that night after dinner, like right around dinner, solar eclipse is gonna happen. We're gonna walk outside, put on our glasses, have fun experiencing it. And then again, followed by another circle ritual before you head to bed. Day 4, breakfast again, and then we're headed to the Ring of Kerry. And this is a driving tour that will take the majority of the day, but we're gonna get in a car and we're gonna get out and have a lot of stops where we're gonna tune into a lot of places of Fae energy, which I'm really looking forward to. I'm gonna be walking you through how to tune into the land, how to meditate where we're at, but you can also just bring a good book to read, sightsee, bring your camera, take some good photos. We're gonna be right on the ocean at this point. This is actually where they shot some of like Star Wars. And on the way, we're gonna be learning about the Celtic myths, some of the creatures, and the Tuatha De Danann that are in and associated with this area. And then that night, we're gonna kind of do a loop, go back to Killarney. And in Killarney, we're gonna be having a whiskey tasting, which I'm very excited about. I've had Irish whiskey before, it's some of my favorite. Another circle before we head to bed. Again, all of these are optional. If you're tired, you're done for the day, you can skip out. Day 5, wake up, have breakfast in Killarney, and then we get to do a train ride. I'm so excited for that. Train ride back to Dublin. Now, you technically have Dublin the whole entire day left once we get back to explore. Ireland is a really tiny island, so getting from one side to the other actually doesn't take much time at all, especially on a train. So on this day, I am gonna offer an optional excursion that I will coordinate, which is we're gonna vote depending on what everyone wants. We're either gonna go to the Hill of Tara or we're gonna go to Newgrange. So we'll all carpool, get over there, visit one of these Fae sacred sites that I think is just like incredibly moving. The Newgrange is a sacred tomb. Well, both of them are sacred tombs. And so the energy in them is just nuts. Newgrange is actually older than Stonehenge. And then on day 5 that night, we will wrap up for our final circle together. Day 6, we're waking up. We're gonna have a farewell breakfast with each other, kind of like grab each other's information. And then if you want to stay for longer, you can stay for longer, or if you want to just head back home, head to the airport, you can do that as well. I'm probably going to be staying a little bit longer because I want to. Now, the reason why I'm covering this now is because we have less than a month before this trip closes. On May 12th, that is the last day to book with a deposit. And I can only take 16 people. That is where I'm capped at. I still have a couple discounted spots left. But once those are gone, the price goes up for the remaining 8 people. The full price of the trip is $3,333, but if you get in on that discounted price, it's only $3,200. And again, that comes with the whole entire trip. The most important thing you need to know if you are interested or thinking about this trip, put this date on your calendar. May 12th is the day this trip is closed. So if you want to join and join with a deposit, you have to do that before then. There are 3 ways that you can pay. One, through a 25% deposit down, and that basically means 25% down, and then you have to pay the rest by May 12th. So give yourself more time. There's another way as well. If you are a US citizen, you can use Affirm. So with Affirm, it's just payment plans. You can sign up and pay as little as $200 a month for 18 months, and you can make payment plans towards it. That way, you still don't have to necessarily have the whole thing paid in full by May 12th. Third way to pay in full. If you pay in full, you get a free 1-hour reading with me, but those are your 3 options. And I would highly recommend jumping in and doing a deposit so that you're not having to wait to pay in full until that very last date. Now, if the trip does get confirmed, it will stay open longer to fill up more spots. But May 12th is the cutoff date. If we don't reach our minimum amount of travelers, this trip unfortunately doesn't happen. So if you are interested, if you feel a call, please reach out, chat with me. I am more than happy to answer any questions that you have about the trip, about the itinerary, about what's included or not included. More than happy to have a quick phone call, video chat, text chat, whatever is most convenient so that you can get your questions answered. I would say though, you'll know if this is right for you because you'll feel it somewhere in your gut. The people that have signed up for this trip have seen a lot of signs, a lot of messages that it's their time to come. So if you think that this might be you, if you've been feeling those same signs from spirit, follow it. I will not be doing this trip again, and I so hope to meet more of you in person in Ireland. We are gonna have such a fun time. I hope that if we do get to go, that I get to record our journey, and it'll probably come up here as one of my YouTube videos. So even if you can't make it, you will hopefully get to experience it on the back end with us. But please, if you are feeling called, join us. Join us, make this trip happen with us, and come sit under this amazing eclipse, meet some new friends. I'm so excited. Now, on a more personal update note, I know that I have been awful at uploading new YouTube videos, and I apologize. I was super busy with finishing out a group mentorship program, and in that program I was working on a lot of the back end of my business, the funnels, boring website things, and then I went on to the lovely Linda's YouTube channel and just got swarmed with readings, but I'm kind of back in schedule. I'm back to my normal day-to-day, and I'm desperately wanting to make new videos. I've got a ton ready to go, but I've only been able to really prioritize my monthly forecasts. I've also had a lot of personal things going on in my life that I kind of had to press pause on some of this for, because like I say to all my students, if I'm not taking care of myself, my time, my energy, the things that are big stresses in my life, you know, I can't show up and be the best version of me, the best teacher, the best coach, and the best reader. And so I've been trying to really conserve my time and energy for my one-on-one clients, but just know more videos are coming soon. This is not normal for me. I try to upload at least every other week, sometimes more, but thank you all for those of you who have been supported, for those of you who have stayed connected with me over on the Psychic Development Society membership. Yeah, let me know what videos you guys want to see next. I've got a couple in queue, but I'm all ears for things you're interested in, topics you're interested in, and of course there will be also more political predictions coming your way. So please join me at our next virtual retreat on the Psychic Development Society. We're going to be talking about the themes of Beltane, how it relates to Ireland, and I'll give you a little spoiler, we're going to be astral traveling during this retreat. So thank you so much, all of you, for being here. For all of those of you who are new here, I cannot wait to come back. Uranus is about ready to hit my 10th house, and I'm a little nervous about what that is gonna look like, but I'm here for it and I'm ready to go. Alrighty, everyone, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.